Hey YouTube, it's CEO J. I'm back again. I know it's been a little while and I have to apologize. It's been a very busy 6 months since I was last on here and did my last video. And I do apologize to those people that made comments and I did not get a chance to truly answer some of the questions or either thank you for some of your comments and your thoughts. But I we just got finished with finals and I'm exhausted, but another good semester, which I'm very happy and thankful for. But now it's the Christmas holiday, and I get a chance to come back to you and talk to you and just give you an update on some things that I've been doing. But one specific thing that I wanted to talk to you about today was I made something, and I wanted to come back and tell you my experience. So being with finals, all of y'all that went through school and everything like that, you understand what it is to be on campus, to be dealing with so many people moving about, and then also the stress of getting ready for finals, and then let alone having your final exam. So, I got ready. As I got ready for my final exams, I had to figure out something that would take my anxiety down from getting ready for my exams. I'm one of those people that I will stress myself out more than what I really need to. The information's already there that I have, but for me, it's just that mental thing that I panic when it comes down to test time, just because I want to do great. I really want to be one of those people that when I study well. When I take a test, take a test well, and it hurts when you don't do well after you studied so hard. So I put a little extra pressure on myself. With that, I tend to get headaches because of my stress level. Also, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, so being around so many people gives me my own trying to be in a little bubble, but you can't. So I was trying to figure out something that I could do in order to kind of fix all these things all at one time. So what I wound up doing was I wound up going to my essential oils, which y'all all know I love very much, and creating a concoction which would help me with a lot of my small issues getting ready to go into my finals. And I needed it for a couple of days because finals fall on a couple of different days. So what I wound up doing was grabbing my lavender, my peppermint, my rosemary, and my orange blossom, my jasmine, my sandalwood, my ambergris, my verbena, grapefruit, my vetiver, and some of my main staples. And I'll tell you why I grabbed these in a second. But what I wound up, you're probably like, okay, what does all that have to do, and why do you have Cree Green Street and Armoff's Tres Nuit? This is my cool water Davidoff that my bottle broke, so I wound up putting what I had left in here because I really don't use it that much anymore, and we'll go through all that in a second. But what I wound up making was I concocted the essential oils together, and I was like, I've smelt this before. What? How in the world am I smelling what I'm smelling when I know that I did not put on any cologne? So I checked my shirt and thought I might have, had something on my shirt, but I hadn't put my shirt on yet. So I was like, okay, so neither here nor there. I need to get going. So I'm driving, and I hadn't had my coffee yet. And everybody who knows me knows I love my coffee. I hadn't had my coffee yet, but I had this tremendous energy leaving out that morning. And my first class is at 9 o'clock. So I had this tremendous energy and this bounce about me, and this confidence, and this buildup of a wonderful feeling, and I was confident and not stressed. And I was like, what in the world is going on? So I went ahead and I stopped and I got my coffee. That's just something that I do. But one of the things that I went back and I found was that, number one, I found out what I was smelling. I was smelling Tress Nuit, Green Irish Tweed, and Cool Water by Davidoff, all rolled up into one because of all of the notes that I used made these three concoctions kind of a blend of them all. So, excuse me. But in Green Irish Tweed, top notes are lemon, verbena. The middle notes, or the heart notes, are iris and violet leaf. Base notes are Mysore sandalwood and ambergris. And in Armoff's Tres Nuit, the top notes are lemon, verbena, lemon, iris. Middle notes are lavender and violet leaf. And then the base notes are ambergris and sandalwood. And in Cool Water Davidoff, the original of all of these, has the lavender, the peppermint, coriander, rosemary, orange blossom top notes. Heart notes are jasmine, oak moss, geranium, sandalwood. Base notes are amber, musk, sandalwood, and cedar. I had no idea when I put those things together that was what I was concocting. And the reason why I put them together, so that way you kind of get an understanding of why I picked those essential oils to put together, was I needed something to invigorate. I needed something to lift me up. So I grabbed my lemon and my verbena, because that's what both of those notes do. The verbena is an overall uplifting and inspirational vibe. The lemon, of course, is being that clean, which really helps me with my germophobia, going in and touching, door handles and all the rest of those things. Is it helps with my immune system to keep me built up around all of those people. There are a lot of germs that you go through, and I'm sure a lot of you, if you are in school, you feel it. Like when you start school, everybody's sick, and that's something that I always try to fight against. I always try to fight against without having to walk around with gloves on. I always fight against the bacterial and viruses that run around campus by using my essential oils and just making sure I keep myself kind of with a bubble around me. But iris is a antidepressant. It destroys bacteria. The violet leaf treats headaches, which I just told you I deal with headaches on a daily basis. Muscle inflammation, and it stops colds and in the bacteria stage. Mysore sandalwood is a meditative and immune stimulant, and it calms down muscle spasms. And then some of the other ones I used, the peppermint and spearmint, I use because they're good with headaches. Excuse me. Some of the other things, and all of these things, you can go back and look at the notes and then look up exactly what they do. But a lot of them really helped with, what I was getting ready to sit down and do. And I wound up getting all B's out of my classes and getting great grades as far as on my final exams. So I'm very ecstatic about it. I do not have a cold, even though I still suffer from some headaches. But I wanted to come to you today and just to share that with you, that my essential oils that I continue to adore is just one of those great things that you can play around with and make some wonderful, wonderful concoctions out of them that will last you a long time. So, but I wanted to thank you guys. I wanted to come and wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm going to be doing some things coming up, so please comment and subscribe down at the bottom. And what I'm going to be talking about next is a concoction that I made for the house, and I put it in the corners of each room, pretty much in order to take care of any bacteria that is floating around in the house. So I'm going to come back and talk to you guys about that. I want to thank you for stopping by. If you need to reach me, by all means, leave a comment in the section, and I appreciate you guys for stopping by and visiting the channel. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and I'll see you in the new year.